After the age of 60, we lose up to 3–5% of our muscle mass every decade, even faster if we're inactive. But here's the part most people never hear. Some common vitamins can quietly speed up that process, leaving your legs weaker, balance off, and your confidence shaken. The good news: sometimes just one small change, a better food choice, dropping an unnecessary supplement, or moving your body a little more, can help you regain strength, energy, and freedom. You don't need to overhaul your life. Simple steps can make a real difference. So why aren't more people talking about this? Why do so many seniors keep taking the same pills every day, not realizing they might be doing more harm than good? In today's video, we'll uncover 3 specific vitamins that may be quietly weakening your legs after 60, explain why this happens, and more importantly, share simple, proven changes you can make to stay strong, steady, and independent. Movie camera, if this topic matters to you or someone you love, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to Senior Health Over 60. And don't forget to share it with a friend. You might just change someone's life today. Number 1. Vitamin E, the silent muscle weakener. When most people think of vitamin E, they think of heart health, glowing skin, or anti-aging benefits. For decades, it's been promoted as a miracle vitamin, a must-have in any supplement routine. If you're like many older adults, there's a good chance you've been taking it daily without giving it a second thought. After all, it's just a vitamin, right? But here's the truth most people don't realize. Vitamin E, while essential in small amounts, can quietly become harmful, especially as we age. And one of the first places you may feel its effects is in your legs. Why vitamin E becomes a problem after 60. Vitamin E is fat-soluble, which means it doesn't flush out of your body like water-soluble vitamins, like vitamin C or B vitamins. Instead, it gets stored in your fat tissues and liver. Over time, if you're taking high doses daily, even from multiple sources, it can build up to toxic levels. And when vitamin E reaches that point, it can start to interfere with neuromuscular function. In plain English, that means your nerves and muscles don't communicate as well as they should. This might sound technical, but the real-life impact is deeply familiar to many older adults. It can look like this. You feel weaker when getting out of a chair. Your legs tire more quickly during simple walks. You feel unsteady while reaching for something at the store. And most dangerously, you may be more prone to falling. These symptoms often sneak in gradually. They're easy to write off as just aging. But sometimes it's not age at all. It's your daily supplement quietly working against you. The hidden risk for those on blood thinners. If you're taking medications like warfarin or aspirin, there's an extra layer of concern. Vitamin E can thin the blood, and when combined with blood-thinning medications, it increases your risk of bruising or internal bleeding, especially dangerous if you fall. It's a scary combination, and one that many doctors see far too late after a fall, not before. A true story, when heart healthy turned harmful. Let me share a real example. Jim, a 68-year-old retiree, was taking a daily 400 IU vitamin E supplement after reading that it was good for the heart. Over the years, he also added a memory support pill and a multivitamin, both of which contained additional vitamin E. He began to feel his legs weakening. He tripped twice in 1 week, once on the curb and once on the carpet in his living room. At first, he blamed it on age, but after visiting a geriatric specialist, blood work revealed elevated vitamin E levels. Once he stopped the supplements and shifted to whole foods rich in vitamin E like almonds, sunflower seeds, and spinach, his balance began to improve. What you can do today. So how do you know if you're taking too much vitamin E? Start by reading the labels on all your supplements, multivitamins, brain boosters, even skin support products. Add up the total amount of vitamin E you're getting each day. Most experts recommend no more than 15 mg, or about 22.5 IU of vitamin E from all sources combined. Here's the good news. You don't need to rely on pills. Nature has provided us with safe, balanced sources of vitamin E in everyday foods like sunflower seeds, almonds, avocados, spinach. These foods deliver just the right amount without the risk of overload. And if you've been taking high-dose vitamin E for a while, especially if you're also on blood thinners, talk to your doctor. Ask if your supplement routine still makes sense for your current age and health. The bottom line: vitamin E isn't your enemy, but too much of it, especially in pill form, can quietly erode your strength from within. If your legs feel weaker, if you're more fatigued, or if balance is becoming an issue, don't shrug it off as just aging. The culprit could be hiding in plain sight. Make the shift today, less from bottles, more from food. Your body and your legs will thank you. Number 2, vitamin A, the bone and muscle drainer. If you grew up taking cod liver oil, or were told to eat your carrots for healthy eyes, you've already been introduced to the power of vitamin A. It's long been praised for its role in supporting vision, skin health, and immune function, and it's commonly included in multivitamins, fortified foods, and many traditional remedies for older adults. But here's something most people don't know. Too much vitamin A can be dangerous, especially for your bones and legs, and many older adults may be consuming far more than they realize. How vitamin A accumulates in the body. Like vitamin E, vitamin A is fat-soluble, meaning it's stored in your liver and fat tissues rather than being flushed out in urine. When taken in excess, it doesn't just pass through your system. It builds up silently over weeks, months, and even years. As we age, our liver's ability to process nutrients slows down. At the same time, our bones become more fragile and muscles recover less quickly. This creates the perfect storm. High levels of vitamin A can accelerate bone loss and weaken muscles, particularly in the hips and thighs. That's not just a scientific theory. It's a growing concern in senior care. Studies have shown that excess vitamin A is linked to increased risk of hip fractures, especially among older adults who are already at risk due to osteoporosis or reduced muscle mass. Signs you may be getting too much. Have you noticed a dull ache in your hips or thighs that won't go away? Fatigue after walking short distances? A growing hesitation to take the stairs, not because you're afraid, but because your legs just don't feel right? These aren't always signs of just getting older. In many cases, they're the quiet red flags of a body overloaded with fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A. And the tricky part: vitamin A comes from many sources and they add up fast. The hidden stack, how overload happens. Take this common scenario. You start your day with a bowl of fortified cereal, pop a multivitamin, and maybe add a spoonful of cod liver oil, all in the name of good health. That routine alone could easily push you well beyond the recommended daily intake of vitamin A, and because it builds up slowly in the body, you might not notice the effects until a fall happens, or your mobility begins to slip. A real-life wake-up call. Let me tell you about Mary, a 72-year-old widow from Ohio. She was always careful with her health. Every morning she took cod liver oil like her mother taught her, ate fortified cereal, and took a skin support supplement. She also started experiencing persistent hip soreness, something she chalked up to age. After a mild fall resulted in a serious hip fracture, doctors ran blood tests and discovered her vitamin A levels were nearly double the recommended limit. It wasn't the fall that changed her life. It was the slow, silent weakening of her bones leading up to it. The safer alternative, beta-carotene. The good news is, you don't have to give up on vitamin A altogether, but it's important to choose the right kind. Retinol, the form found in many animal-based supplements and cod liver oil, is the most potent and most likely to accumulate. A better option, beta-carotene, the plant-based version found in colorful vegetables like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, kale. Beta-carotene is converted into vitamin A only when your body needs it, providing a natural safety net against overdose. What you can do now: If you're currently taking vitamin A supplements, especially retinol-based ones, or using multiple fortified products, it's time to reassess. Check your labels. See how much vitamin A you're really taking in. Talk to your doctor about your full supplement routine. Ask for a blood test to check your vitamin A levels, especially if you've been supplementing for years. The bottom line: vitamin A plays an important role in your health, but too much of the wrong kind can silently chip away at your bone strength and leg mobility. What you once believed to be a healthy habit may now be hurting your independence. So instead of doubling down on pills, look to your plate. Let colorful, natural foods be your source of strength, and give your body the support it was designed to thrive on. Number 3, vitamin B6, the nerve damager. If you've ever taken a multivitamin labeled for brain support, energy, or mood, chances are you've been taking vitamin B6, maybe even without knowing it. Unlike vitamins A and E, which are fat-soluble and accumulate in the body over time, vitamin B6 is water-soluble. That means the body can flush out what it doesn't need, or at least, that's what most people believe. But here's the shocking truth. B6 can still reach toxic levels, especially in seniors who take multiple supplements at once. And when that happens, it doesn't just cause mild discomfort. It can do serious, lasting damage to your nerves, particularly the ones that control your legs and feet. How B6 affects the nervous system. At healthy levels, vitamin B6 is incredibly useful. It supports metabolism, helps form neurotransmitters, and keeps the nervous system working smoothly. But when consumed in excess, B6 can cause a condition called peripheral neuropathy. This is where the nerves in your legs and feet, the ones that manage movement and sensation, begin to misfire or stop working properly. The early signs are easy to miss: a tingling feeling in your toes, occasional numbness in the feet, a vague sense that your legs are asleep, more often than usual. Over time, those minor sensations can become more severe. Loss of balance when walking across a room, difficulty going up or downstairs, a strange dead leg feeling, like your feet aren't connecting with the ground. Many people mistake these symptoms for signs of aging, arthritis, or even diabetic nerve problems. But in some cases, the real culprit is too much vitamin B6, slowly damaging the nerves from the inside out. A cautionary tale. Take the case of Frank, a 65-year-old Navy veteran. He prided himself on staying sharp and active. To support his memory and energy, he took a multivitamin, a brain booster, and a separate B complex every morning. For years, he assumed this routine was helping, until he began stumbling around the house, catching his foot on the carpet and feeling constant numbness in his calves. Doctors suspected neuropathy from prediabetes, but blood work revealed the truth. Frank's B6 levels were nearly 3 times the safe limit. Once he stopped the supplements, the symptoms improved, but some nerve damage remained. How much is too much? The upper safe limit for vitamin B6 is generally set at 100 milligrams per day. Yet many over-the-counter supplements exceed that, especially when you take multiple products. For example, a multivitamin might contain 25-40 mg. A brain supplement could add another 50 mg. An energy blend might sneak in an additional 30 mg. Before you know it, you're well past the safe zone every single day. What's more alarming is that the nerve damage caused by B6 overload doesn't always reverse, even when you stop taking the supplements. That's a high price to pay for something that was supposed to boost your energy. Safer sources of vitamin B6. The safest, most natural way to get the vitamin B6 your body needs is through whole foods. These include bananas, avocados, potatoes, turkey, chickpeas. These foods offer just the right amount of B6, enough to support your health, without putting your nervous system at risk. What you can do right now. Here are 3 simple steps to protect yourself. Review all your supplements. Check the labels not just on your multivitamin, but also memory, mood, and energy products. Add up your total daily intake of B6. If you're consistently over 100 mg per day, it's time to reconsider. Talk to your doctor. Ask specifically to test your B6 levels if you're experiencing numbness, tingling, or balance problems. Most routine blood work doesn't check for B6 unless you ask for it directly. But catching a B6 overload early can make all the difference in preventing or reversing nerve damage. The bottom line: vitamin B6 isn't a villain, but too much of it can steal your balance, numb your feet, and quietly rob you of your independence. So don't assume more is better. When it comes to supplements, more can sometimes mean harm, especially when it affects your ability to walk, stay steady, and feel safe in your own body. Take a closer look at what you're taking. The steps you take today could protect your mobility for years to come. Getting older comes with changes, that's no surprise. A little stiffness here, a slower pace there. We often chalk it up to just aging. And in many cases, that's true. But what we've talked about today should be a wake-up call. Because what if that muscle weakness you're feeling, that hesitation on the stairs, that fatigue in your legs after a simple walk, isn't just age catching up, but a silent side effect of the very vitamins you've trusted for years? We've walked through 3 key culprits. Vitamin E, which can weaken muscles and disrupt nerve signals when taken in excess. Vitamin A, which quietly chips away at your bone density and leg strength. Vitamin B6, which can cause real, lasting nerve damage if levels get too high. None of these vitamins are bad in themselves. They each play an important role when used correctly. The danger lies in overuse, overlap across multiple products, and long-term accumulation, especially for older adults whose bodies don't process nutrients the way they used to. You have more control than you think. Here's the good news: you're not powerless. In fact, you're more in control than ever before. By simply reviewing your supplements, reading labels, asking questions, and shifting toward food-based sources, you can reclaim your strength, your stability, and your peace of mind. You don't have to throw everything out. This isn't about fear. It's about being informed, intentional, and empowered. Here, what I recommend. Go through every supplement you take daily or occasionally. Look for vitamin E, vitamin A, especially retinol, and vitamin B6. Check the total daily intake. Many people are unknowingly getting 2-3 times the safe limits. Talk to a geriatrician or a doctor who specializes in older adults. Bring your full supplement list and share any leg weakness, balance issues, or tingling you've experienced. Ask for a nutrient panel, especially if you've been supplementing for years. Your doctor can guide you on whether changes are needed and help you adjust safely. Focus on food first. Whole foods like vegetables, nuts, seeds, fruits, and lean meats offer a balanced, safer way to get your nutrients. And your body knows exactly what to do with them. Movement matters too. One more thing before we go, and this might surprise you. Even if your vitamins are perfectly in check, there's another silent threat to your legs: sitting too much. It's so common, especially in retirement. But when we sit for hours on